Hello everyone and welcome back to another ARC stream. Today we are here in Britain for the 12th round of the season. There's been a lot of transfers which happened last week just after the Austrian Grand Prix finished, or 2 days after. So let me check the document. So the first change that I'm gonna go over is Bohlin going to the Mercedes, because the Mercedes team boss had enough of it and then didn't want to be part of ARC anymore. Therefore they merged with Racing Point. So Racing Point are now closely associated, which means they can transfer drivers easily as long as they keep within the regulations of a maximum of 4 main drivers per season. So they both did that and switched around Ismail with Bohlin. So Bohlin's at Mercedes, and Ismail, or formerly known as TTV Quicks, is now at Racing Point. Then the next change is I'll go over Haas real quick now. Haas's team principal was kicked as he was quite inactive and didn't really read the regulations and such, and there's many more reasons. So yeah, I replaced him with TRT Carsten. That is our news reporter, and Haas is now also more associated with Ferrari and the Ferrari Drivers Academy. So which means they can transfer drivers like Racing Point and Mercedes can. So let's see. Hello everyone in the chat. So they've transferred also a little bit. They've remained with Toppy team and let Jackson go to Ferrari instead of Dart FIFA, who has gone somewhere else. I'll go over that shortly. So Haas had to search for another driver, and luckily for them, in Austria, one particular driver on his debut did quite a good race there. So Charlie MG has been promoted to Haas main driver after only one race for the Renault team. That was, he finished in P8, which is quite good. He qualified in P8 in front of Afio Magical also. I think it's the sound too... Is the sound too loud? What? I don't understand, Yuri, but alright. Alright, I think the sound's alright. That's quite a lot of cars. Okay, good sound. Alright, then I'll go over the driver changes a little bit more because it's quite interesting, really. So where I left off was the Haas transfer, which is now done and dealt with. Then we'll move over to, I think it's the team in P2 in the championship at the moment. I'm gonna check that real quick. It is in, oh, it's in P3 still. That's Red Bull. Red Bull has gone with a completely new lineup, as both their drivers left the team because one of the drivers was joining another really competitive league, and the other one wanted to step down to a reserve role. So therefore the two Red Bulls, there were two vacant Red Bull seats, and X Felix 1 was doing very good in the AlphaTauri, so he has been promoted to Red Bull Racing. As yeah, I think he quite deserved that, to be honest. And let's see. Oh yeah, the next one who got promoted to, or he got a seat. He wasn't really promoted, but that is Monster 2005. He used to be driver for Racing Point, but then due to issues that are unknown to me, really, he didn't have time, I think. Yeah, he left ARC for a couple of weeks, but now he's back and ready to race more, as we see him now driving in Red Bull. So quite an interesting lineup for Red Bull. They were doing quite good, really, because of in spite of what was it, as Monster goes to P2, in spite of what was it, France, where they double DNF'd. Yeah, I guess you don't. It was they lost a lot of points there, and they gained a lot of points in the other two rounds. So McLaren stays unchanged. It's one of the only, yeah, that's the only three teams which have remained unchanged. Let's see who will go on board with Jeroen Muller. Yeah, he's new. I'll go over that shortly, but first, yeah. So the new Renault driver is Dart FIFA. He's raced for them 2 times before, in Monaco and in Baku, where he got I think 1 podium. That was in Baku. So because I think in Monaco he got P4 or 5. So yeah, Dart FIFA went from Ferrari to Renault. So he didn't feel comfortable in the Ferrari, as we all know. It's quite terrible. So still on the lap. Okay. So yeah, he wanted to change. He said it wasn't good for his mentally. So he has been let go from Ferrari, as Bouillard invalidates his lap, which is not good. He's gonna have to get out another time. So that was Renault as well. We go over to AlphaTauri now. So Jeroen Muller has been promoted from reserve driver to main driver at AlphaTauri. He scored 1 point, I think it was in Monaco. He came quite close to a point scoring finish in Vietnam, but only got P11, so it was very tight there. So yeah, basically he's just been promoted. He's been driving F2 as well, and I think he got 1 or 2 podiums in the last round, as there's obviously 2 races. And will we see Bouillard do another lap? Yeah, I don't think he has enough fuel though. So yeah, he got promoted, and Sam D is still in the team. Racing Point I've already gone over. Then is Alfa Romeo is also unchanged still, which means that yeah, nothing changed. Great English, Felix. So I think did I cover Haas already? I think so, yeah. And then at Williams also nothing has changed, although Jake Marsh is filling in as a reserve for Mike Hennig today. And also reserved for today is ASDF Kimi for Haas today, as Top Gear team was unable to drive today, as that is Isaac. Right now on a lap, let's see what he can do. He has to, well, he's in a good position at the moment. As did he switch off his DRS there? I think so. He got to leader, so he's quite off on his the Ferrari team, but it's not really a surprise. I mean, the Ferrari is still better than the Alfa Romeo, so. But he's not really. It's quite dangerous where he is at the moment, because P17 is only 1/10 behind him, so it could be quite close going into Q2 for the Alfa Romeo driver of TOT Isaac, as he does seem to drive pretty well at the moment. Of course, he could maybe drive faster, we don't know. That was very cautious, and that was a little bit of a jiggle. Improved by about 3/10, a little bit more. So he's quite close to Jackson at the moment, with only 5/10 separating them. Or 5/10 and 9 thousandths, that is. Renault Goat, not gonna lie. True. They're quite good at the moment. They're behind the top 3, well, the new top 3 of F1, really. I mean, Racing Point's it's able to beat Red Bull on some tracks, so yeah, that's definitely the new top 3. So at the moment they're best of the rest with Dart FIFA, the new Renault driver, a completely Belgian lineup as well in the Renault team, which is set to become Alpine F1 in the near future for Season 2, which could be interesting as well. No details will be leaked yet, as there is some refining to do. Coming into Cops now, 8th gear, maybe shifting down to 7th. No, he stays in 8th. Quite close to the edge of the track there, but just good enough. Could be a little bit wider as well, but you don't really have to risk it in Q1 as Ferrari. But maybe you do, because you're in P14. And it's quite far off of the guy in 13th. What's the gap? That's about 6/10. I haven't seen how much he's gaining though, so it'd be interesting to see what lap he does. I don't think it was the smoothest of laps, but it's a 26.0. It's exactly, or almost exactly, 2 seconds off of P1, and he's going for it again, but we'll stay on board with Charlie at the moment. Okay, well, he's invalidated. Jake Marsh, the reserve for Williams, currently out qualifying Nick Pancras, who's been in the Williams for most of the season. I think he's missed one race, so yeah, quite a surprise to see that someone experienced in the Williams, I'd say, is can still be beaten by his teammate. I think he also got beaten in quali. Yeah, he was also beaten in quali by Mike Hennig once. I think it was last round, or in France. I think it was France, to be honest. Yeah, the timer is about 45 seconds off. So there's still about 5 minutes now left. So I saw that at the beginning. Oh, that could be invalidated. It's not invalidated. I think the next one is. No, this one's still invalidated. Okay, but yeah, I saw at the beginning of the session that Marsh almost spins. I saw at the beginning of the session that it took quite a while to start the session, or it took quite a while for the drivers to get out of the pits. So that's what I already thought that. As Bolin's on a lap at the moment, could be, I don't know why he would try improving, but I guess he should maybe save a set for Q3 or 2. Depends on what. Maybe he's gonna do the medium to soft. I think the Mercedes could do that, definitely. He's navigating maggots, and that is Peckett's. Oh no, sorry, that last one is Chapel, I believe. Excuse me. Yeah, the last one was Chapel. As he goes through Vale now, navigating the final corner, that is still an improvement of only half a tenth, but it's an improvement still. And Monster is also improving by just less than a tenth at the moment. It's quite far off of the Mercedes, so it could be worrying. I suppose that is quite deep into that. It would, I don't know what corner that is. It's Meggetts, Beckett or Chapel. So yeah, navigating Stowe at the moment, 5th gear. That's quite low. He's still getting time, I believe, but he could have bad exit onto the, what's that? The hangar straight? I think so. And he gained a lot of time there. Still more to gain. About 6/10 off of Bolin and 4/10 off of Legend. And Ismail, surprisingly, is in 4th at the moment, whereas he would be 4th. Then okay, well, never mind. But yeah, he doesn't have fuel, I think. Oh, he does. But he's just gonna go into the, so yeah, he lost his front wing. So there are still about 2 minutes remaining at the moment. Bolin has retired from, yeah, the pits. Would that be? Let's see. Magic Alonso is on a lap in the McLaren, the Belgian driver, navigating. I forgot the corner name. Luffield? Yeah, that was Luffield. Now going into Cops. Amazing corner. Flat out in these cars. Even in, what say, even in a Ferrari at the moment? Maybe also an AlphaTauri. Who knows? Well, I guess the driver knows, but I don't. Now, over the hangar straight they go, or he goes. Just 6th or 5th gear. What will he do 5th gear for the extra rotation? I don't think it's that necessary on this game though. Braking at the 100 meter board, turning in 3rd gear, 2nd gear for this one maybe, no. 4th gear for up, ooh. Okay, Carson is confirming that it's still flat out in a Haas, so that is, well, I guess it's also flat in a Williams maybe then. Who should we expected? Jack or Isaac? No, Jackson. Respecting. Oh, I think that. Oh no, sorry, Buyurt's still in into Q2. I thought it was the top 10. Jackson is almost in the danger zone, but Tier 2 Isaac is more so. And Alex Bomberg is having none of it. Okay. I'm not gonna go on board. His is he doing that on purpose, or I think so. What the heck? I think that must be a glitch, right? I don't think you can spam your gears so much. Was that behind? Is that Nick Pancras? Also trying to make it through to Q2 for the first time. But will he be able to do it this time at their home Grand Prix in the UK? The Brexit Grand Prix? Doubtful. He's gaining only 1/10. He needs to gain another 8 or 7/10. That's quite difficult. As you can see, there's a lot of understeer there. Braking at the 100-meter board, third gear, and short shifting to fourth, not to fifth. All right, there he goes across the line to set a 27.1. That's 19th place. As Alex Blumberg has improved, but not enough, not to beat his teammate. That's Charlie out of Q1 as well, and that surely means ASDF Kimi is all in Q1, as well as he doesn't have enough fuel to make it to the line. Jake Marsh is also coming over the finish line, but it's not enough. And that should be everyone done in qualifying now. So the ones out in Q1 are Alex Blumberg, Charlie MG, ASDF Kimi, Nick Pancras, Jake Marsh. Surprisingly to see Alfa Romeo, Haas, and then Williams and Williams as well. What is the decryption saying? Why are we playing Forza? We're not playing Forza. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh gosh. I hope it's not in all videos. I don't want to change that. Oh, what is it? Round 11. This is round 12. Alright, so the ones out in Q1, I will repeat it. Alfa Romeo of Alex Blumberg, Charlie MG, ASDF Kimi, and Nick Pancras and Jake Marsh. So yeah, as I said before, the Ferrari, or I didn't say this before, but I thought of it. The Ferrari powered cars are so far down the order. They're not even in the top 11 at the moment. Even with Boyrod, the man in form, the underrated driver at the moment, he's not there. He could potentially miss out on Q2. That will be. Well, apparently Jeroen Muller has impeded some drivers qualifying laps. So yeah, there were some braking boards missing, so some drivers were complaining, but all of those drivers are into Q2. So that is, it didn't really matter that much for them then. So I will go back. So Ismail's first out as once again. Yeah, so he's out once again as first, and then followed by X Felix 1 and FPL Magic Alonso. I'll show which everyone is on. So most drivers opting for the mediums, but some not. Some drivers in the pits may go for mediums at the end though, because they can't really select it at the moment. So Monster's out on mediums as well, so is Karam, Jackson, Bolin, Sam D, Legend. As I predicted, the Mercedes could go to Q3 on on his mediums. Yes, hot lap mode. I know I know most of the corner names. Well, thank you. What was that club? Fails the hairpin, then club. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Real Newster, for the great information. As that. Oh, he's already driving a lap. FIA Magic Alonso. I will stay on board with FIA Magic Alonso now. He's driving number 9. I thought he used to drive on a different number. So, oh, let's set this on. Yellow flags, but that is just a driver slowing down. It's no problem, but that is maybe a problem. Is that actually spun around? Yes, it is. Felix one has spun around, but he's on the softs. Maybe you don't want to be on the softs. No, I'm not getting tasks. I need to pay for that. I know the fee already. I'm not doing that. Plus I have to set it up on my own and stream on my own and do everything on my own, so I'm not gonna do that. Maybe for season 2, but who knows. TAS is great though, don't get me wrong, but I don't see how it would benefit ARC that much. Is he doing another? Magic Alonso is doing another one. I don't think that's too smart though. Interesting. Because I don't think that lap is very bad, as Monster goes just a little quicker than FIA Magic Alonso on the medium tires. Okay, I don't get why I did that. Okay, my controller disconnected very briefly for some reason. Luckily it didn't happen in league races. Ismail has, I think, well, he's invalidated, but I don't think it's his second lap. Spuyert has invalidated his out lap, doesn't matter. Jeroen Muller now on a lap going. Okay, wait, I'm gonna. This must be Village, and going through the loop. One of the hairpins, very difficult to get right. Then through Entrée, flat out is very easy. The Wellington straight now, and then going into Brooklyn is just before the 50-meter board, turning in while braking. It's very difficult to get right. Then into Love Field, slow and steady. Second gear there for some reason. I personally don't like to, but I guess you do what you want. Then going through Corpse. Is it Woodcote? Oh, Woodcote is the little kink there, and then let's see, Maggots, Beckett and Chapel. One of these corners isn't named. I believe it's the one before Chapel. Chapel's the final one, the little kink to the left. That is quite strange. I don't know why. Let's go through Stowe. That is, and then just before or at the 100 going to Ville, and then these last two corners are called Club according to Hot Lap Mode, the real news, sir. Thank you for that, and that is P8 at the moment for TRT Jeroen Muller. That should be a spot in Q3, but everything could go wrong still because it's ARC and there's faster cars behind you, mate. There's a Red Bull and 2 Racing Points and a Ferrari, so 2 Ferraris even. And speaking of the Ferraris, there is Verboeyrort crossing the line, P9, but he's on the medium, so I mean, I guess he could go to the soft seal, because soft medium is the normal strategy in equal leagues, short quality and 50% race, but this is different. So you need to start on the tires. You set a lap on in Q2. The cow says moo. I agree. That's Ismail invalidating once again. That is also Alex Bomberg leaving the session. Is that... no, he's not on low fuel mode. Is anyone on a lap? Felix on, possibly? Yes, he's ending the lap at the moment. Going through club, where Alex Albon and Magnussen collided. That is P... hello? That is P3 for Felix on in Q2. I might cut off the... I swear my headset is starting to deteriorate. Oh, I don't know how to say it. Deteriorate. It's starting to die. Yes, that's how you can say it as well. As Dark Fever's on a lap, currently getting out qualified by FAL Magic Alonso by about 3/10. A little bit less than 3/10 though, as Dark Fever attacks these corners real nice. Going through, this would be Wood Code, this little king to the right. Then the old start finish straight going into Cops. Great corner, as I said before. Not using the full track width, but still getting that momentum. And you'll lose the momentum into Maggot Beckett's and Cops, Maggots Beckett's and Chapel, so it doesn't really matter that much. Braking between curb start and oh, that is quite wide. You'll not. Ouch. That's a shame. It looked to be a pretty good lap. Jackson is currently on the mediums, attacking Cops almost on the limit completely. And navigating Beckett, no name, I think this is Chapel, opening the DRS. Gaining about 5/10 on this lap, a little bit of strips, no stripstream, navigating Stowe pretty nicely. And what will he do? This seems to be pretty good. He cut that a little bit too much. You actually lose a bit of time by cutting that. Going through the final corner, that will be P10. He'll be in Q3 as it stands, provisionally P10. As Bolin retires from the session in P1. He'll still start Q3 as he didn't retire on track. He retired in the pit, so he'll get to drive in Q3. So we're just waiting on... ooh, I don't think anyone's selling a lap, to be honest, at the moment. Never mind, FAL Magic Alonso is doing a lap. Navigating the S's of Silverstone. Opening the DRS, it seems he's going purple in the middle sector, but we all know the middle sector is always glitched. It's always saying you're going purple, but you're not. Then going into club. No, sorry, this is Val. This is club. And what will he do? He will set a 1 minute 25.1. That's P3 in Q2, which is almost a guaranteed Q3 at the moment. There seems to be a little bit of Ver and TRT rivalry in the chat. Oh, that is beautiful. There's of course, I believe, like, how many? 1, 2. I believe there's 3 TRTs in this league, and then 2 for drivers in this league. But with yes, Qual Esports is always the best. CatKit is asking why Renault is so fast. Well, I can explain that for you. Renault has the best straight line speed. If you use the balanced default setup, that is because Renault has a lot of drag reduction. They don't have a great engine, but drag reduction is very important. Whereas Mercedes prefers to use a little bit more downforce on their cars than drag reduction. So Mercedes is just a little bit behind by 2 kilometers per hour on Renault. And then McLaren also has quite a good straight line speed. As you see, he's already going 306 with no ERS deployment. Ashboy, that is. As you're seeing, Wushel at the moment quite fast without the ERS even, so I'm just saying, as he is, we'll see if he's improving or not. And that's X Felix 1 retiring in the pits, I believe, so there's no worries about. Yep. And Wushel's gaining about 1.5 tenths, so it looks to be a guaranteed Q3 for him as well, missing the apex at Stowe, and that is an invalidation that might hurt him because Jackson is not too far off, and Burwords is also yet to set a lap. He's on softs at the moment because he might not get through on mediums if he tried again, so he'll try on the softs at the moment. Stay on board or end off board for Burwords. So, navigating Sector 1. The first real braking zone is here. Seems to be pretty solid and nice. You actually want to turn in pretty early, but I think that was too early. As Alex Bomberg has rejoined the qualifying session. We'll soon go into the race session. But for now it's qualifying on. The drivers have to push their maximum, as we can see Bo doing at the moment. He's quite fast, he's doing well. I didn't see if he was improving or not. I should have looked at that. We'll see it here. Quite far off the apex there. It's a little bit of a mistake. Your exit will not be good. That is a 4 tenths improvement. That should get him through to Q3 as it stands. Quite nicely through Stowe there. And then braking at the 100 meter board for Vale dies. Then the club follows right after. Going through the final corner. And that would be P10. Just about into Q3 with only 200ths of a gap behind him. But there's still Ismail on a lap trying to get into that top 10. It just has to not invalidate. Is that a commentator's curse, or would that be a valid commentator's curse? I think so. As I don't think anyone, as Jackson has not set a lap, he will not start in Q3. So TRT Jackson is also in the pits. All the 3 last drivers are in the pits. Yeah, that was, I think that was the quickest commentator's curse in the history of history, in the history of ARC. 28 people watching Q2, that is mental. Last time we also had quite a lot of viewers, also during the qualifying. So yeah, we're just waiting at the moment. I'm gonna grab a drink actually. I don't have anyone to commentate, so yeah, sorry for that. Let's see who's in P15. P15 is Isaac. Alright, I'm back. F1 Magic Alonso is the first one to get out of the pits. Then the Mercedes powered cars follow. So there's only one Ferrari powered car in this session at the moment. Monkey drink, yes. Monkey get drink, monkey happy. As Karam overtook. Alright. Maybe he's on the wrong tires. No. No. We'll stay on board with Karam for this lap. Let's see what I can do. Or I should go with one of the Mercedeses. Yeah, I'm going with the Mercedeses. Who's this? Bolin. I want to go with Bolin. Quite slow here, backing up Darth FIFA. Look at that short shifting already up to 5th gear. Interesting strategy, but I think it works. It should work. I think he knows it works. No 2nd gear. 2nd gear, but not for accelerating. He uses 3rd there. So yeah, he's short shifting quite a bit. It's a good tactic, to be honest. I think the pad traction really helps here. Oh, that is Legend off into the gravel. He's made that's quite a huge mistake, I suppose. Interesting stuff. He now only has 1 or 2 attempts left to set up lap time, Legend. So he has to rush back now. And maybe he doesn't even have a fresh set of softs. that could be problematic. As Karam sets a 24.4 in a racing point, which is extremely fast. I think FEL pole was a 23.6, so it's he could be closer probably, but you don't need to. Spolin sets a 24.0, far ahead of Karam and far ahead of X Felix One, who just had a lap time as well. FEL Magic Alonso also far ahead of him. And the next one to cross the line would be Legend, but oh, he's going for it again. Wait, will Bolin? No, he's not doing another lap. The next one to cross the line would be Wushel. 6th gear, it's pretty high. I think that's the strategy, to be honest. So we'll see Wushel navigating Stowe, 6th gear. We've seen others use 5th gear there actually. Seems to be pretty clean in this McLaren. As he will cross the line in 6th place with a 25.5. Next one to cross the line is Verbuijroy. And he'll cross the line with it, 25.8, that is 7th place. That's currently, I'd say last, maybe even, as the rest goes into the pits. With no one really setting a lap at the moment, except for, oh, Legend was setting a lap, but it's invalidated again. So he'll have to come back into the pits. And, oh, that is close, but Bodybuild's asking what, Budwine, why don't you know? Your brother left ARC. Your brother joined a different league. It's okay though, it's a good league, so. What is Bujor doing? Oh, he's letting past, that would be Dark FIFA. Yes, RL Global. There's quite a lot of PSGL F1 drivers in that. So it's quite good for him. So we are wishing him the best of luck. Yuri, can you do the F2 incidents like I sent them, but you haven't responded. All right, so yeah, Bodybull on the wrong stream, and everyone will be into the bit. Oh wait, is that FIFA? No, he's on the outlap. Oh. By the way, I'm gonna have to ban you from the chat now. Here goes Dart FIFA on a lap. Yeah, he's going on a lap. Oh, that is quite the lock up. But he did go on the grass on the outside, so it's not a surprise really. So that is the winning straight done, and quite conservative in Brooklands, and then good exit in Luffield through Wood Code, going over the start-finish straight, the old start-finish straight. Then on the grass on the outside of Cops, that is an interesting tactic. I think you could get into a pretty hefty crash if you do that in real life. It seems to be pretty solid in Maggots, Beckett and Chapel. As there could be more on the exit there of Stowe, but a qualifying lap cannot be perfect. You just have to be perfect enough. And that would be P6 just behind FEL Magic Alonso, who's found his form after quite an unlucky race in Austria and a difficult race in what would be France. Yeah, he just wasn't on the pace. Yes, Carson, that was a nice quote. I made it myself. Hello, Alex. Jaffa Baboon. GPRL Jaffa Baboon. He's not in Q3. What a noob. Right, so Legends on the lap at the moment. Quite nicely through. Turn 1, really wide, going into... Oh, sorry, that's turn 4 then. Yep, that's turn 4. Onto the Wellington Straight. Jaffa Baboon is eating his pasta. In brackets, Andrea. Yes. Alright, through Cops. Now that is flat out as shown there. He's driving with the Vettel helmet, as his name says, Sebastian Vettel 5. Obviously, his race number for those unfamiliar, uneducated F1 fans. And he is improving by 16.8 seconds. What an improvement. Quite wide through, so that's just within the track limits. I think, yeah, he just got away with that. It's quite lucky, I'd say, then. Then through the last corner would be P1 with it 23.900. No one currently on the lap, maybe Sam D. Sam D is on the lap. I think he's gonna do 2 laps. He doesn't have the fuel indicator, so it must be. Let's see what Sam G can do through club, and then through the final corner he goes to set 25.4, which is faster than one of the Renaults, surprisingly, by 1,000th of a second. Well, that is quite the performance, I'd say. But of course, Dark Fever is going to improve, and unless the timing is glitched, then Sandy could still set a lap time. After this one, I think he still has the fuel to do so. It's, would that be X Felix 1, the first one to set a lap? Yeah, I think so. No, it would be FEL Magic Alonso. We go to X Felix 1, or was it Monster? I don't know. It was X Felix 1. We go on board with him after FEL Magic Alonso. His lap is completed as time. I don't think. I think the time is glitched once again. So I don't. Oh well, never mind. It's not. And FEL Magic Alonso improves 2.5 tenths. Now on board with X Felix 1. Navigating the final sector. Seems to be pretty nice. And there he goes through the last corner, a 4.5 tenths improvement. Still just behind his teammate Monster. Kerm is the next one to set a timed lap. Only 1/10 improvement, but still P3 at the moment. As Buyroad will now set a lap time to P8, that would be... Oh, Bowden has invalidated his time, and Legend has as well. And the next one would be Wushel. Then that is it. Wushel is the last one to set a lap time, as and goes to P7, out qualifying for Buyroad by just a little bit. So yeah, Legend on pole again. The man in the Mercedes. People say he won only because of the car, but he just out qualified Bolin, who is who won 3 races in a row in a Racing Point. So yeah, the 2 Dutchmen in the Mercedes, P1 and 2, the third front row lockout for Mercedes AMG Petronas, and then followed by the Austrian of Monster, then Karam in the Racing Point, Ax Felix 1, promoted as main driver for Red Bull Racing, then Avion Magic Alonso, Wuschel in the McLaren, Bo in the Ferrari, Sam D the Dutchman in the AlphaTauri, and then finally the Belgian teammate of the Belgian driver in the Renault team, driving for the Renault team, Dart FIFA. Quite interesting, I'd say. So there we go into the race lobby, or the race session, the Grand Prix, however you call it. For I think would this be, no, this is the second round, the second half of the season already, so it's going quite fast, to be honest, even with a lot of breaks. Started in late September, so is there a formation lap? Yeah, okay, I was scared there for a second. As Alex Bomberg has been disqualified from the session. Nice. Let's see what the tires everyone is on. It's on people on the softs. Interesting. Yeah, if there's a lap 1 safety car, then going on hards to the end would be the faster strategy and the best one. Yes, Alex, I know that the 1-stop soft to mediums is easy. That's why I also stopping lap 1 for hards is also possible. So yeah, I think we're almost going on the way for the Grand Prix of Brexit. Okay, so Yuri says the hearts are trash here, and then F1 Neutral says the hearts are great here. So I don't know who to believe. I guess I don't know. Well, we're here for the Grand Prix of Brexit once again, as I said. There's 5 red lights, and the way they don't go because the glitch. Drive through for some. Okay, what's up? And the way we go, I guess Legend has a pretty good start, but Bowling just behind him. Let's see what's the midfield doing. Is someone spinning off already? No, there doesn't seem to be anyone spinning off at the moment. It seems to be pretty clean. No, never mind. The Haas has been spun round there at the back. Who was that? I can't see it. It's probably Kimi. As Ashy Boy is fighting with Ismail here. There's a four-way battle occurring here. Quite tense. Is Jackson going down the inside? Yes, he is. It's quite... Ooh, it's a little bit of touching there, I think. As Ashy Boy follows through as well. Tries to... Doesn't make it stick there. As... who's that? I feel Magic Alonso is battling with a lot of drivers here. It's quite close, of course. As you would expect. It's to be very tight. On the hangar straight, that would be. As Sam D runs right there, and Tier T, your mother, takes a position. And so does Ismail. Can Jackson take it? No, he does not. As Tier T Isaac is just behind him in the Ferrari sister car. As Jackson runs a little bit wide, I think that would be a penalty, a warning. As Legend sets a fast lap as he is in first place. And the Ashy Boy goes into the pits once again. He has damage probably. Charlie makes up a little bit more positions as a few drivers are into the pits. And then Dark FIFA was quite close there to the Renault of FPL Magic Alonso. I don't think he's gotten damage. I can't really see it. Maybe a little bit of really light green. No, I didn't call him Tier T your mother. It's his name in Dutch is Tier T Jeroen Muller, but if I try to say it in there is an overtake. But if I try to say it in English, it sounds really weird. Jeroen Muller. It sounds like your mother. Thomas didn't get any damage. Okay, I think, alright. As Ismail is quite on the back of your mother here. Tier T, your mother. As that should be, yeah, that's quite an easy move. As he is in Racing Point, of course. That's what you would expect. Bowling is not too close to Legend though, as maybe you would expect. It's about 7/10 behind at the moment, but making up a little bit of time as he sets the fastest lap of the race. As Exilix One is keeping up with Karam and Monster. Not really anything happening as ASD Kimi is quite close to Jake Marsh. I'm not lagging. FD Kimi is lagging because he's from Uruguay. Trying to see all the battles, but I don't think I can catch all. Start FIFA seems to be the closest, but so does Sam D and Alex Womberg and ASDF Kimi. Isaac gets overtaken as he goes into the pits. As well, Dark FIFA is using the outside or the grass once again, as your mother has already received a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. So that's gonna be very annoying for him, as Karam is making a move on Monster. Sorry I missed that, but it wasn't too spectacular. There wasn't going on anything in the braking zone, but Karam runs wide here. It's gonna give the opportunity to Monster as he tries to go around the outside here. It does make the move stick, and that is Monster passed once again on Karam. As that is Bolin. Bolin has gone off as he rejoins the track, not unsafely though. It's all done in a safe manner. It could have been safer, but you don't want to lose a lot of time. Jackson is right behind him. Oh no, it's all gone wrong for Bolin. He's gonna have to fight back massively now, as Boyrod has caught up to this train of cars, even in the Ferrari, as he tries to go down the side there. He's made up 3 positions only, but still, it's still a lot, you know, to gain that amount of positions in a. There's a move happening. No, there's not. Never mind. Alex got pushed wide probably, and Sam D is also close. Should also keep an eye on this front train now. There's an Alfa Romeo driving backwards to go into the pits. I think he's retiring. There it is. Sam D is using his overtake to get past Jeroen Muller. Not down the inside, no he won't. He will go around the outside here. It's probably one of the only corners where you can go around the outside, but he doesn't manage it. As Buyurt's caught up to X Felix 1 now. Completely, like only 2/10. Quite close as he almost runs wide. Using overtake. Will he go for the move? He will not go for the move. That was a terrible camera angle. He wants to separate X Felix 1 from the front too, because I don't think he can get either P2 or 3 now. Concerning their cars at the front and his car. He's fast, but he doesn't have the car. As I think that is oh, the yellow flag was for TT Isaac. As a Buyurt's still pretty close. That will be a warning, I think. But he has a few he can make. There we go, 5/10 separating X Felix 1 and Buyurt. But X Felix 1 still has the DRS, so Buyurt's losing a lot of time. That will not be good for him, as Wush was caught up a little bit to Buyurt once again after Buyurt's little adventure to the front. So I feel Magic Alonso's used so much overtake. He'll struggle on the next few straights because ERS is very important. As is Karam's really pushing Monster now, and I think he'll go for it this time. Terrible camera angle, and oh, that is close. He's almost went into the back of Monster there. Karam is passed, so Karam's now up into P2. He's currently also quite good in the championship, but so is Monster. Monster Squad dropped down a few positions, but not too bad. Nick Pancras is retiring from the pits, into the pits, I guess. But Monster's, you know, Monster's still pushing Karam quite considerately. Alex Bomberg has left the session once again. I don't know if he will need an invite. I guess I'll see in the chat, as that is Magic Alonso passed on Wushel. Didn't really expect it, but I guess it happened. And Bolin's also gone past Ismail in the meanwhile. And Legend is currently just flying off into the distance as expected, of course. You know, that Mercedes, oh, that is a Williams driver on the track. I hope it doesn't get ghosted. It doesn't get ghosted. Okay, well, that's an issue, like a big issue, with the retiring into the pits. Your car just drives off still, and then retires on track. Which is quite an issue, as Bolin hits the back of Dart FIFA and almost crashes out. Still sends it down the inside, and not enough space probably there. I don't know, as I can't see the gaps, which is very nice, of course. As I need to, Monster's quite close to the back of yeah, Bolin's not gonna go for it now. He's in a fast car, he just has to wait. Darth FIFA goes very fast there. But it's terrible. His exit is terrible. Is he going 2 in 1? No, I don't think he is. He will not make it. Oh, actually, this one is keeping up with Monster despite not really. Oh, and that is Monster already. Bolin already passed. Let's see what the gap to. Oh, that's 12 seconds to gain still. That is quite a lot, and he still has to overtake quite a few people as well. As .FIFA's into the pits. Let's check what's going on currently with. No, I'll stay with Bolin on board at the moment as he's cutting his way through the field. He needs to gain a little bit more time to be able to overtake Magic Alonso in or on the hangar straight. It's only 6 tenths behind. You want to be within 4 or 5 tenths to really overtake without having to use ERS. ERS is really crucial. You want to not have to use it too much to overtake. You want to be able to defend in the next coming laps as well. So he's already using it to get a great exit. Probably get past before the braking zone, and there he goes already. Passed on Magic Alonso. Magic Alonso sticks behind Bolin and will happily sit behind VR Boyerword is into the pits now because he's on softs, unlike the others here at the front. Well, there's quite a few behind him as well. He's going for the undercut, which is understandable. Monster's really close to Karam as well now. These two are battling it out quite a lot. Let's see. I think he's not going for it this lap. Here's an ERS. Let's see, Alex Bomberg is close to Jake Marsh as well. He's not using it. Okay, well, he's using overtake now. As he's going past on Jake Marsh. Let's see, ASDF Kimi has a front row seat. Yeah, Alex Bomberg gets pushed white a little bit, but not too much. I think that's legal. Still, they're going side by side. Okay, well, they're going side by side through cops, and he makes it pretty nicely. Never mind. Oh, I thought he crashed there. Oh, well, maybe he did. I have no idea what's happening to Bomberg's car. What I do know is that Wushel's into the pits. Yes, Monster versus Karam, but nothing's happening. Maybe it is now, because it's a straight and DRS and things like that. Oh, and Monster's getting past on Karam. Oh, Karam has to back out there a little bit. He's defending the inside from X Felix 1, because he could go to the inside there. Alex Bomberg has rejoined. And so yeah, Ismail's getting quite a lot of places, but still has to pit. Karam is looking to make a move on Monster on this straight, maybe? No, I don't think he will. He's not using any of his ERS, but so Monster isn't using any either. He could have overtaken there if he used the ERS, but I think he's quite comfortable where he is at the moment, as the intervals have been reset once again. Great. Let's see, Sandy has pitted. Will Jeroen Miller pit? Probably. No, he's not pitting. Then I'm not. Alright. Is Karam close enough? No, I don't think so. Or is he? Let's see. No. He's not. X Felix 1 has pitted. I think he could lose a lot of time because he's not in the DRS, and DRS is important. We all know. He's just behind Alex Bomberg, so he could still have DRS, I think. Ooh, that's a desynced car. That's gonna be in your way very badly. Check. Okay, well, it suddenly disappeared. So Jeroen Miller has 6 seconds, then Jackson with 3, Charlie has 3, then Alex Bomberg has 3 as well. That's the only guy. So penalties. As I think is X Felix 1 getting held up? Maybe. As he goes around the outside there, Alex Bomberg lets him go because was shortcuts a bit there of the corner. Interesting. Will the X Felix 1 was on the softs, of course, and these guys at the front were on the mediums. So yeah, Legend is just pulling away so much because these two here are fighting so much. I think they should calm down a little bit, just fight at the end of the race. They're both saving their ERS, and Legend's not. And Bolin is caught up to these two here at the front, so it spices up things a lot, so much. And I think also, yeah, Bolin is caught up 2 seconds while having to overtake cars, so it's been pushing very hard in these last couple of laps. When will we see these medium runners go into the pits? I think with 9 laps to go, that would be lap 17, I suppose. I don't know, I'm not sure. But oh, there's quite a battle going on here with lagged cars and desynced cars. Wuchel's pass on a DF Kimi. Alex Bomberg has left the session once again. Just means Boyrot. Oh, he's still quite close to these guys. And then it's quite the battle going on now. HDF Kimi still has to stop though, so it's unlikely he will score points. You can make 15 laps on soft if you want. Well, I guess so. What a Bolin's already. When did that happen? Bolin's cutting at the moment. It's cutting season, right? So I guess. As there goes Bolin on Monster as well. So he's fought back already, but he will not gain enough time on Legend to the end of the race unless there's a safety car. As Bolin sets the fastest time of the Grand Prix while overtaking 2 cars. But of course he had the DRS and slipstream. He used a lot of overtake, so it's understandable. He's on 13 lap old mediums. Wow. As I'll look at these few. Boyrot is set to overtake Charlie here. Team orders, probably inter-team orders. Charlie moves back to the racing line there. And will Steve go past? Probably. Charlie... Oh, he does fight back though. Inter-team orders, I suppose. What? Okay. I hope the race didn't crash. I don't think so because I don't see anyone online. Oh, this is a problem. Oh no, I don't have an invite. Who was at the back? I'm gonna check who's at the back. I'm gonna PS message them. Where's my phone? Here it is. No, not rip stream. The stream's still going on. Legend's talking Mercedes chat. He's out too. I think I sent 2 invites to Legend, so he should be able to rejoin. Lobby glitch, but who is disconnected then? Let's see. Jake Marsh should be at the back, so he isn't fighting for points. Jake_Marsh. Come on. PS app. Let's see. I don't have an invite. Uh-oh, I don't know what's happening. So Legend has disconnected and Bonin's on a charge still. Okay, so Jake's gonna invite me, he said. Or top team said. Please, let's go. Jackson, oh, what a legend. Jackson has invited me. I think this is the second time. Okay, so I'm gonna real quick because this is quite unfair to him. Let's see, where is Legend? Come on. There's Legend. Right, so I'm gonna spectate. So the AI is still on 90, so he's not gonna lose about 10 seconds a lap. I hope that because it's just yep. Let's see, still 23 people watching. Great. All right, Legend is gone onto the softs. I have no clue what's going on. We're back. Legend has stopped. Monster has stopped as well, but Legend's overtaken Monster by quite the margin as well already. So he's not getting loads of time. And Bonin's just completely driven away from Karamir. So Ismail set the fastest line of the race now, as he's chasing down these couple of Renaults here at the front, or a little bit more to the front. As I need to get my let's go. Okay, that is it. Where's the thing gone? Yellow flag sector 1. That is one of the AlphaTauri's. That must be Sam D. Yeah, that was Sam D. Spun around. He's driving once again. Darth Fever's defending from Ismail quite well. Yeah, only one, no. Only Legend has been disconnected, and his AI was still on 90, so he didn't lose loads of time, and he can race once again. As Kerem is into the pits, let's see where he comes out. He was quite close to Bolin. Bolin was catching a Legend. Monster disconnected. Oh. Yeah, I'm not looking at off topic. I'm not gonna. Okay, Monster has an invite. Oh, has he stopped yet? Okay, he has stopped, but still behind his teammate. So I think, yeah, Alex Bomberg has been disconnecting all the time. I think that should be everyone in the session at the moment. I've not seen Ismail overtaking .FIFA. I think Bolin has the gap at the moment to fight for the win again. So here we go. Ismail overtaking .FIFA here. Downey inside on Brooklands. Is .FIFA gonna fight back? Sorry, that is Afiel Magic Alonso. Sorry for that. That was Afiel Magic Alonso trying to fight back on Ismail in Brooklands. Is Bolin finally gonna... No, he's not gonna stop. He's just gonna extend and extend. He's currently happy with his tires, I guess. So has Monster rejoined that? No, he doesn't. Afiel Magic Alonso with a 3-second time penalty. That's not gonna help him any. It's not gonna help him anything. Let's see, has Monster said anything? What has... Monster just said he disconnected. I invited him back. Oh no, that is... Ooh. He's gonna fall back down the order at the moment. He's been gone so long. Maybe it's ooh, that is yeah. It's just more pass every lap. At the moment, ooh, Kerem is still 11 seconds behind on Legend. Interesting. So yeah, Legend's still ahead of Bolin because the pit lane is so long, and Bolin's still extending, although he's on these alt mediums, so he'll be rapid on the set of softs when he goes in, and there we go. He goes into the pits. No time penalty for speeding into the pits. Let's see where Legend comes out. Bolin still has a lot of ERS to use in the coming few laps, whereas Legend does not. As he locks up quite a bit into that will be Ville, and here we go down the Sir Lewis Hamilton straight, I think it is. Yeah. So well, Legend has just set the fastest line. Yes, the fastest time. So Bolin's just only gained if what 1.5 seconds, although Legend was disconnected. That's interesting. No, he gained quite a lot more, but yeah, I think Legend's still gonna win this one. Start FIFA's battling with Afiel Magic Alonso. It's still Ismail. Ismail's not pulled ahead significantly, although he's just Afiel Magic Alonso is just about in the DRS zone still, trying to hold off Dart FIFA here. And Monster's not rejoining, so I don't think he will score points. And Boyrod's fallen down the order very much, as he wasn't on the optimum strategy. Like, oh wait, he was on the same strategy, but I don't know how he lost so much time. I genuinely wonder where he lost the time. Let's see, that is the wrong one. Penalties. Oh, Boyer has 6 seconds. I think what's the gap to? I think he'll just about be P10 us. Legend sets the fast lap once again, but I think Bolin still gained time as he sets the fastest final sector. Bolin and Legend both quite unlucky, but still will probably be winning this race quite convincingly. Yeah, it's just a Mercedes car, of course, that is immensely good. Will Dart FPL, I don't think FPL Magic Alonso has the DRS this time. So yeah, Dart FIFA will gain a lot of time now. He'll be trying to overtake FPL Magic Alonso in the next few laps. So he goes quite as he has the early apex there. Wushels in P8, just casually driving there. I think he'll still be P8 as Monster will be falling back a little bit more. Can you check penalties? Yes, I will. Let's see. Dart FIFA's gained on FPL Magic Alonso now, but he has no ERS. But FPL Magic Alonso also does not. Legend sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and so does Bolin now. Bolin has just obliterated that time. I think. Wait, let's see what was the time actually. Oh, why can't I? Yes. Yeah, he obliterated that time with 4/10. Gaps are quite spread out, but no one's been lapped yet because Alex Palmer could be lapped very soon. Let's see. This one. Euromüller is quite close to Buyurot now, too. So, I think Buyurot's struggling like really badly at the moment. He must have damage or something. Okay. And there goes Euromüller around the outside. No, it will not work. Buyurot defended that quite well. It's legal still. You can do that. As here goes Euromüller once again using all of his ERS. Oh my goodness me. That straight line speed. So he blocked Buyurot there, but yeah, it's not really Euromüller's fault. They're battling quite hard, to be honest, and as that's another 3-second time penalty, not be. He defends this with his life. Attacks with his life. Ooh, that is where is this is becoming quite feisty. Euromüller goes off track there. That was this is a spicy battle. Reminds me of Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen. It's also a battle that could be occurring soon. But would be between the two Renault boys, as it's. Oh my goodness! I caught that quite on time, I suppose. As FPL Magic. Oh, that's too wide. I think. Unless he gets a really good exit. Yeah, Dart FIFA gets a good exit as well. Euromüller doesn't go for the dive like Dart FIFA did. So we'll look at these two battles that are going to be occurring. As that is a warning. Yeah, you can't. He's blocking it off already, but. It was already blocked off. Alright, you can give your own opinion on that. I don't think it was Buyurot's fault there. Oh, it was a swap. Okay, well, it seemed pretty aggressive. As Euromüller goes around the outside this time. Defended quite nicely by the Ferrari driver again. Not enough space, I suppose. That was too late, I think. This time it was too late, as he turns in this time. interesting. Oh yeah, I see why the swap was taken between the two Renaults, because FIFA doesn't have a penalty and FIA Magic Alonso does. That's a nice swerve there from the AlphaTauri driver. As he goes off track there. That is on him this time. I'm just gonna be blaming each incident on the one driver and then on the other. No, I don't think the Ferrari is driving too bad, to be honest. Look, I mean, okay. The Ferrari is not doing too much wrong, to be honest. He has the right to do that. I mean, when you look at each individual incident, you can blame the one and the other for each one, but I don't think it's a time penalty worthy, to be honest, except for that swerve on the Lewis Hamilton straight with the box on wheels. What the fuck is he supposed to do? Yeah, Yuri is agreeing with me, because he's not. I mean, the one time he pushed him off just before Maggots and Beckett's, yeah, he was already not giving a car's width before he was even alongside, or far before alongside. So yeah, Sandy's caught up with all this battling happening, and he still has quite a lot of ERSM. Also, Ismail is no, he's not going to overtake. Ooh, this is spicy everywhere. And now Jeroen will be going for it once again in Cops. Yeah, you can't go around the outside. Alright, I mean, you could go give space and be sportsmanlike, but you don't have to. You don't have to be sportsmanlike as long as it's legal. That's what most people get wrong. As long as it's legal, you're allowed to do it. If it's unsportsmanlike, you're not allowed to do it. But anyway, Jeroen Muller goes wide there, backs off a little bit to not get a warning, but Sam D is just biding his time. He knows he still will get the both of them. And see, I want to see the time penalties. Yeah, it's an interesting one. See, I feel Magic Alonso's caught up a little bit. Ismail has lost a little bit of time, but I'm eager to stay with Bo and Jeroen, their battle. I want to get everything. Let's see. So yeah, Ismail's setting up a move, but he's just not getting it. Sorry, I'm not looking at the front, but Legends won the race. Then Boning comes home in second. Ismail's not gonna do it. There goes Jeroen Muller down the inside. Yeah, that's tire off. I think that one's on Boulevard though. He didn't give space. Let's see. There goes Sam D around the outside on Bo. No, he's not gonna. Though Sam D is driving it around the outside this time. I think he will. Oh, he Bo goes around the outside just before the line. Wow, that was I don't know how. And then Jackson comes home in 12th place. Not too well. Then Ashy Boy in 13th, probably, if he doesn't spin. There he goes. In 13th is Ashy Boy. Then Charlie follows in 14th place. Then Jake Marsh in the Williams drives home in 15th place. closely followed by ASDF Kimi, who completes the race. Alright, so that was the race. It's already getting quite chaotic in the Discord, so yeah, that's quite nice. Alright. Okay, so the guy in first is the Mercedes of Legend, who disconnected. Then Bolin in second, who spun. Then Karam, who drove a decent race. Then followed by X-Felix 1 in fourth. Then Ismail, Dot FIFA, Phil Magic Alonso, Wushaw, Monster, and Sam D completes the top 10. Then followed by Buyror, Jackson, Ashy Boy, Charlie MG. And then ASDF Kimi. Jake Marsh is the final driver to finish the race. Then Jeroen Muller is not finished, so well, he's classified but not finished the race. Then Alex Moore did finish, but wasn't was a lap behind. Then Nick Pancras and then TRT Isaac. And then, alright, so that was the race. Thank you all for watching. We had a lot of viewers once again. So yeah, I'll see you. Oh, there's a race next week as well. I think it's Hungary. So I'll see you guys then in the next broadcast.